All right, so here we are. So I don't know if looks like it may be working. It's hard to tell. Still getting used to this. So we are in the Psalms, Psalm 7 today. It is January 10, and so we're going to continue. I'm in a different room. Annabelle stayed home from school today with a sore throat, and so she's in the back room watching Hey Jesse, which I don't know if you're into Hey Jesse, but she is. And they're back there watching Hey Jesse. Amber's still here. She doesn't have to be into work until a little bit later. So you never know. They might jump in, pop in, and try to hijack the video. So hopefully they do. So let me jump in. Today we're in Psalm chapter 7. And if you remember from yesterday, David is on the run because he's been accused of trying to overthrow King Saul. And so he's had false accusations brought against him. And so we're going to continue with this psalm. So it says, verse 6, he says, "Arise, Lord, in your anger. Rise up against the rage of my enemies, and wake, my God, decree justice. Let the assembled peoples gather around you while you sit enthroned over them on high. Let the Lord judge the peoples. Vindicate me, Lord, according to my righteousness, according to my integrity, O Most High. Bring to an end the violence of the wicked and make the righteous secure. You, the righteous God, who probes minds and hearts. My shield is God Most High, who saves the upright in heart. God is a righteous judge, a God who displays his wrath every day." And so David is on the run. And yesterday we talked about bringing kingdom revenge and kingdom refuge. And that when we have people in our lives who bring false accusations, or haters, if you will, when we have haters in life, that instead of taking revenge on them, that we can take refuge in God. And so today David is crying out, asking God for his protection, asking God for him to set this right, to bring judgment to the situation. He says in verse 9, he says, "Bring to an end the violence of the wicked and make the righteous secure. You, the righteous God, who probes minds and hearts." So what David is saying is that God is the rightful judge. That David's not going to judge this. He's essentially saying, I'm not going to judge these people even though I think that they're wrong. God, I'm going to allow you to judge them because you're the only one who can. Like, you're the one who can probe the minds and hearts of other people. You're the only one in the proper position to do that kind of a job. So I think for me, what was really jumping out is that I need to remember that there is a righteous judge who sits on the throne. When I feel like I've been done wrong, when I feel like there has been injustice done to me or people that I love in my life, and when I have that urge to seek justice, when I have that urge perhaps to seek out retribution or revenge in some way, whatever that looks like, I need to remember that there's already a righteous judge on the throne. And the reason why he's righteous is because he's the only one who can bring right judgment for two reasons. One, because he has the wisdom to discern the situation. He's the only person who has the ability to truly discern someone's heart and mind. You and I, we really don't know why people act the way they do. And sometimes people act wrongly, but in the same time, the thing I've learned is often hurt people. And broken people break things. And that oftentimes people are just handing away things that were handed to them. And so you and I are never in the right position perhaps to bring judgment. The other reason why God's the righteous judge is because he's the only one who has the authority to implement the judgment on someone. You and I don't have that authority. That's not our job. And so David cries out in his wisdom, saying, Father, you're the righteous king. You're the righteous judge. Bring judgment here. Set this straight, because you're the only one who has the wisdom and authority to do so. Now the challenging part of this passage is God is a righteous judge, which means that the measure that is used for his judgment is dependent on one's righteousness, which means what the measure that's being used is one's innocence, their blamelessness. You could perhaps say righteousness is a right relationship with God and men. And I don't know about you, but I know that for myself, man, I'm not righteous at the end of the day. Like, I'm constantly in strife with other people, either myself or God or my wife or my kids. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not innocent, and none of us are innocent at the end of the day. So that raises the question, like, how do we find ourselves on the right end of a righteous judge? And the beautiful thing about the Christian faith, the beautiful thing about this God, is not only is he the judge, but he's also the one who offers a pardon. See, for the Christian, Jesus on the cross, he grants us, he takes our judgment, and he pardons us and forgives us from our unrighteousness, thus putting us back in right relationship with God. And when you and I are in right relationship with God, it empowers us to be in right relationship with other people. And so David in this psalm, he's just simply saying, God, please set this stuff straight. You're the righteous judge. You're the only one who has the wisdom and authority to bring judgment. And for us as Christians, we have to remember that none of us are righteous, that the only way that we're going to find ourselves on the right end of judgment is being in right relationship with God, which he provides through his son Jesus. So I don't know, what's the challenge, what's the invitation for you this morning? In what ways perhaps do you need to find yourself on the right end? Perhaps it's just simply receiving Jesus' forgiveness, understanding that, hey, that we all mess things up. None of us are righteous. None of us are living in right relationship with God or with other people. Let's just be quite honest. And what does it look like to receive that forgiveness? What does it look like to receive that love? And what does it look like to live from that place where we allow God to judge? We allow God to be the protector of our lives. And then therefore we can then live free and extend the grace that we've received. So hopefully that makes sense. Hope you guys have a great day. It looks like it's gotten a little bit warmer. Some of the snow is melted outside, so that's a good thing. And so at least for me, I like spring. I'm ready for spring. So blessings. Love you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.